Hello YouTube, here is your full audio of the Mono Red Blitz League. As always, if you would care to just watch the Blitz League through, I will warn you it's a lot of commentary, very fast paced, but if that is what you want to do, don't keep watching. This would be spoilers. Instead, go click down in the description to go see that fast paced one or on the screen somewhere. But otherwise, if you'd like to see the full 2 hours of audio and a few interesting things that happened in our discussions on them, then keep watching right here. Matches are up right after this. Hello YouTube, and here's your full-length video of our Blitz League with commentary. We are going to be completing our Red Prison week here. Well, there will be another red deck of sorts on Friday, but we are completing at least the Blitz League here of this week with Red Prison. Now, there were a couple suggestions on where to take Red Prison with the meta as it is with the companions. We've named this companion meta, and so we're going to go ahead and take another couple steps towards some sort of variation of that. What we've got here is a little more Planeswalker heavy. You're also going to see Karn has been removed because finding those pieces that we get from the sideboard didn't always work. We're bringing Walking Ballista back to the main. We've lost Rabble Master here, so we've lost some of our punch, our quickness, if you will. However, we have got 4 sweepers here. We've got 2 removal here. We have the 3 Walking Ballistas. We are up to 4 Chandras again. We've got big Chandra in here as well. The idea here is to hopefully get enough incremental advantage at the very beginning of the game to then get one of our big Chandras costs or our big Chandra and close the game out. We do still have the Chalice, Blood Moon, Desperate Ritual package, and we're going to go ahead and see how this plays out. Because of that, we've got to kind of ramp up our sideboard here. We've got a Stormbreath Dragon, Eidolons to speed up the clock ever so slightly, along with the Hazoret up here. We're bringing back Shattering Spree on the off chance we run into something with artifacts. We've been seeing a Luris Hardened Scales floating around. Spellskites, Torpor Orb, Sorcerer's Spyglass, and a few relics to deal with some of those other matchups that we care about. Red Prison, it's kind of a nod back to about 2017 or so. And yeah, we'll give it a shot here. Not entirely sure how it's going to run, but that's why we play them. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you don't want to watch this one, you can always watch the Blitz League. That's probably already been linked, but the link will also be down in the descriptions as per a YouTube suggestion. So guys, thank you so much for those YouTube suggestions. Full commentary though, 5 matches, match 1 coming up right here. All right. See if we can find an opponent here. There we go. Untested list, by the way. Well, untested. That's just what we're going to say. We slapped this together to have some variation on Red Prison. Fingers crossed it works. We do get to play. We get to play against not only a random person, but a viewer of the stream. So we'll probably lose. Uh-oh. Smile! We gotta stop meeting. Mr. Zarukai is our opponent here for our very first match of the full commentary Blitz League. We're not gonna say we're recording right now, just practicing, which is about half true. Getting in a few words here. Few words, I'm sure. They usually, when we run into someone that we're familiar with, they chat us up a little bit. That, or maybe they'll just time out. Maybe this will be the fastest Blitz League ever. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he fell over. Maybe he's... Oh my gosh, he disconnected. Oh my gosh, he disconnected. This is not how we wanted it. Oh no. Well, how's everybody's Thursday? This should go live Thursday. How's everyone's Thursday? We could chat here for a few minutes. There we go. He's coming back. We're telling them, don't you disconnect on me. Don't disconnect, Zarukai. This will work really well for the Blitz portion. This will only last like 2 seconds. Probably more like 5 now. But come on, Zarukai. You got this. You're live on TV. Don't give up. You know what? I'm going to leave all of this dialogue in there. All this dialogue. I'll put like a jump to section in the description. But we're going to just have a chat about Mr. Zarukai here. Obosh. Obosh is here. Guess what? We get a turn to Magus of the Moon. We're going to keep this one because we have Ensnaring Bridge, we have a fast Magus, we have the Chandra, we have an Obosh here, so we know what our opponent's on. They're on this, like, I think it's the red-green pillaging deck, so Ensnaring Bridge won't be very good. We might want to rush out the Chandra, but we'll see. We'll see. It's no surprise what we're playing, though, tonight. It is the tried and true here. Snow-covered plains, Arbor Elf. So no rush here on the Magus of the Moon. Let's go ahead and play a Gemstone, pass the turn, and plan to get a Chandra down this next turn. I've been told Zarukai has spice. As do we. I hope this isn't a pillage. Maybe they'll Blood Moon me. Magus of the Moon, come on. Don't pillage this, don't pillage this. It's gonna pillage this, actually. Oh, Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay. Okay. Oh. Eldritch Evolution, eh? Well, this is super tempting to just go up with the Chandra and Magma Jet the Arbor Elf here. I think I want to do that because they missed their land drop. Get this Chandra into play. Uptick, Magma Jet the Arbor Elf. I like all of this. Bottom the Blood Moon. We'll top the Blocking Ballista. I like it all, though. Currently in Evolutions over here. A little bit worried about the double green, but we've got that covered shortly here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, nope. Bolting Chandra. Alright, kill Chandra, points 1 at us. So, we have a Walking Ballista here, which I can go ahead and put high enough to kill this Arbor Elf. And then we can deal with some other stuff going on here. Then we can get rid of some other things. Ensnaring Bridge and Magus of the Moon. Definitely not going to be punching in for too much here. We're going to get hit for 3 here past turn. Hopefully back to us. We're trying to keep them off of their mana. Okay, Scavenger Grounds. I'm kind of thinking that I should just... I could light this up one more or Magus here. I'm tempted to just Magus. Maybe swing for 1 and pass turn here. Shuts them off of double green at any point. We are at 16-16 all here. Opponent's missing land drops, and the Walking Ballista will be used for Arbor Elves or other nasties. I don't plan to block, but I definitely wouldn't mind blocking. Alright. Let's just pass the turn here. I think I could just... You know what? Let's not get too frisky here. Bridge down, pass turn. We got plenty of time. We have more than 1 Walking Ballista in the deck. Double green's been found. The God of Destiny is here. I hate the God of Destiny. Hate it so much. Alright, there's a Chalice. Wonder what they're going to put on 4 here. I kind of want to put the Chalice out on 1 and just pass the turn. The God of Destiny probably ruins us. And I say that only because the God of Destiny is really hard for us to kill. But if we were to hit a few lands and a Chandra here, this game could get very interesting very rapidly. Hitting our own Chandra would help us keep up with the God of Destiny as well. We'll see. Looks like they're just going to pass back to us. They didn't go for any mana here, which I feel pretty good about. Might evolution this season Pyromancer. I don't foresee them doing that, though. Alright. Let's go to combat. Let's swing with Magus here. If they want to trade, they can trade. Trading's fine here. Put our land in. I think I can go ahead and put the new Blood Moon in past turn. We can move to combat and swing next turn anyway. We'll be at 12. They'll be at 20. Got a little ways to go here. 6 turns. They could evolution this. I thought about it. Can go up to 2, which would mean they get a 1-drop because of Obosh here. Alright. Let's go to combat. Let's go ahead and swing. Let's put the counter on. Let's kill this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to hold the land here. I'm not too worried about something on their end coming in. Gets rid of Magma Jet. We're down to 12. Or 10, sorry. We can hold lands here too and see if we can beat them with a Pumping Walking Ballista. This would have to be put on 3 to impact anything here. Let's go to combat and pump. It would lock them out of playing anything right now, but right now we're trying to race a God of Destiny. It's unlikely at the moment. It's unlikely. We're at 8. What do we got on 3 here? Oh, Kitchen Finks. I don't think I can beat that. We'll pass the turn back. I don't believe I have anything to get rid of this. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 8 points of damage left exactly. Not ideal for us. Let's go up. Put a counter. It's a desperate ritual. I don't believe we have any out here. We'll just concede to save a little bit of time. Alright, we're well positioned to beat this. We just have to get the right pieces here. The hard thing here is that they have that God of Destiny, and that can be kind of difficult for us to deal with. I'm going to bring Relics and Chandras in. I'm going to drop pretty much the Maguses at this point. I probably want to drop a Blood Moon for a Hazoret in here. I could even entertain some of these Eidolons or Spellskites. Let's bring a pair of Spellskites for Blood Moon. Let's bring a Stormbreath in as well. Let's kind of go bigger red. Oops. Blood Moon out. Let's go bigger red. So we've got Spellskites here, Relic. We brought an extra Chandra in here. We have the Hazoret and the Stormbreath. We took out Blood Moon, Blood Moon, Blood Moon, Magus. 7 for 7. Good enough. Good enough. Ironically, Blood Moon and having 7 of them isn't very good here. Got some evolution nonsense going on across the table here. Obosh probably going to be declared again, and is. We have a hand of lands. We'll mulligan this. We'll keep this. It's a turn 2. We're going to get rid of... It's a turn 2. I want to get rid of the bridge. Let's get rid of the bridge because I don't think they're going to have too many things here. Turn 2 Chandra into Slagstorm. We're going to probably see an Arbor Elf from our opponent. I sort of wish it was a Anger instead. On the off chance we run into some things that are a bit peskier to get rid of. I'm not going to go down here. I'm going to go up. Avoid that bolt. Oh, we missed Chandra. Oh well. By the way, there's a bug right now that doesn't let this go away. So we're going to just tuck little Chandra in right there to encourage us to win this game. Alright. We have 3 mana for our opponent. The question is, what do they want to do with 3 mana? The answer is attack Chandra here, apparently. So that most they have a 1-drop. Do they have 2 1-drops here? I'd be really happy to nag them with Slagstorm. No second. Ooh, that's a nice top deck. Alright, up just in case we hit a 3-drop like an Anger or Slagstorm. I want to play out of the top deck. And then we'll just go ahead and slag. You're up, opponent. Bolts Chandra. I presume we might have another bolt here. Land drop. Can't be 2, it's got to be 3. God of Destiny. We're battling again. It's me versus the God of Destiny. Up we go, Hazard. Magma Jet. It's 2 damage either way. This would set up our next draws. I kind of like that. Let's set up our next 2 draws here. I want both of these. Let's put a Chalice on top with the idea I can uptick this for mana and put it on 3 here. I could also put it on 1. Bolts are annoying. Gets rid of Magma Jet, goes up to 14. We go down to 18 here. At most they have a 3-drop, so I'm not too concerned about what they could play here. They're getting close to a 4 or 5-drop though. Or sorry, a 5-drop because of Obosh. Shock's in here. Well, this is intriguing. Needing double red. We gonna pillage? Molten Rain? Okay, well we can put a... As I say, we can put a Chalice on 1. We can 3 and Chalice on 1. It's not getting a whole lot done here. But stops bolts. We can get this Chandra up far enough. We can put the Walking Ballista down as well on 2 and take the Arbor Elf. We might have a 3-drop here like Obosh. Obosh with the God of Destiny is a bit of a pain here. This card's just killer for our strategy. They decide to go up here. Misty, making red mana. We got Obosh. Mr. Obosh? 3 mana. Evolution. Obosh. Obosh, tap land. So this is kind of interesting. I have an opportunity to kill Obosh. I think that's a good idea. I like the idea of having a Walking Ballista in the future, though, but killing Obosh here is probably not a bad idea to race God of Destiny. Sucks that I won't get to keep this around, but I don't want to take so much damage every turn. So much damage. I'll just take a natural 2. Instead of 4. I think if we were taking 4, we'd just lose this game. Pillages away my Ensnaring Bridge. Well, it's good we killed it anyway, because we would have been smashed in the teeth. Alright, we top deck a land here. We pass the turn. My opponent can do 3 to us. God of Destiny plus an Arbor Elf attack. This is definitely a poor match. It's Ponza with pillages and a lot of 1 and 3 drops. Top end here hits for 5. We're going to 9. That Chandra's not playable. We get hit for another 5, 6, 7. Then they do 2 more to us. We have been defeated. GG's. Well, not a good start. Not a good start. We needed the bridge first. Maybe have an opportunity there. We'd have to race the God of Destiny, though. And I'm not sure we were best suited for doing that. On to match 2, though. Playing a free win red more-esque list here. Seeing if we can snag some wins against some of the companion meta. That was a companion meta that we didn't foresee. All right, let's join this match. All right, we are on the draw. Yes, we are on the draw. My opponent appears to be declaring something here. It is a Yorion. All right. Let's mulligan, looking for more of a Blood Moon than this hand. We can keep this. Let's get rid of a bridge here. Not too concerned about what a bridge could mean. Conceal Courtyard Inquisition takes a Blood Moon here. Well, the jig is up. They know what we're up to now. We got to beat 80 cards. We got to beat it with a Yorion. I'm hoping they're more the creature version. Oh, this one is kind of interesting. All right. Well, we have a... Oops. We have a turn 2 Blood Moon here, which is actually not too bad. We could get Inquisitioned here. Ironically, we have more of our deserts than we do our other colors. Windswept Heath for our opponent. They will be fetching a basic, I presume. Basic Forest. Snow, probably. Or are they gutsy enough to go, I got another turn. A breeding pool. Show me the 4 colors. Astrolabe. Hex Drinker. All right, well, we can not deal with that very well. That's okay, though. Gonna get this Blood Moon down. Then we gotta find a bridge for the Hex Drinker. My opponent will be on mono green. Green red. Up we go. Blood Moon it is. Don't have a force, please. Oh, the hesitation here. Never a good sign. I can't imagine they'd have force based on the 2 colors they've got so far, but who knows? We'll see if this goes up to level 3 here. Land drop, just pump and swing. If they do that, I realistically only need to be getting a bridge here. If I don't find a bridge, we're in trouble. We did put one to the bottom. Heart's Desire here. Okay. It's a 1/1. Pumps Hex Drinker twice. If I find an Anger or a Slagstorm here, this would be very good. Let's see if we find that. The answer is... I got the bridge. I asked for the bridge. I got the bridge. Bridge into play. They didn't force the Blood Moon. I don't believe my opponent has those cards. It looks like there may be an Absan list based on what we're seeing here. I would not pump Hex Drinker, that's for sure. I hope they don't have a main board way to get rid of bridge. That would be horrific. Awful. Disastrous. Currently, I'm not sure what Yorion's in here for. I don't see anything that ETBs. By the way, the super traditional Blood Moon bridge, get that Koth down. Super traditional. And we don't even get to do it. This is part of the reason Koth is not seeing a lot main. Alright, so we've got something that wants to probably target my stuff. So Spellskites, Torp Orbs are probably good here as well. I actually kind of like this Chandra too. What I don't like. I like Blood Moon. I like my Angers. I don't particularly like my Magma Jets as much. Maybe I don't want the Chandra here. Chalice doesn't feel like it's very good in this matchup. I don't have a good sense of what they are. I could just take Chalices out and drop one, maybe Magma Jet, and bring in the Chandra and try that. We're bringing in Chandra. I know it's at 6, but it's another board wipe. Also, my opponent is probably much larger creatures, it seems, based on a few of those things we saw. Playing 80 cards with Yorion, though, so we'll see. I'm going to keep this hand. It's got the Magus. Magus is a little easier for my opponent to remove. I have a Walking Ballista and I have a Snaring Bridge. We're a long way away from the Chandra, but I like the 3 cards and the 3 mana that we have. Windswept Teeth played. Going to get more than likely a basic. However, if they have a turn 1 Thoughtseize, they've got to fetch non-basic here. Non-basic. Turn 1 Thoughtseize. Ta-da! Ta-da! They'll take Magus or Bridge here. They're not going to touch Chandra, and I highly doubt they'll touch Walking Ballista. Alright, Bridge is out. Play our land and pass the turn. It's actually really nice to see a land, considering I have a 6-drop in my hand. We're probably not going to accelerate my 6-drop out, but for what it's worth. Extra Thoughtseize here, going to take the Magus of the Moon. Has a Triome. Alright, so this really confirms they're on the Abzan stuff here. Let's go ahead and put a Walking Ballista down. We're just going to play up on the curve. 2-drop, 3-drop, 6-drop. Maybe my opponent will path it for some reason. The Bridge looks like it's going to be nice. I can't imagine they're going to try to hit us with another Thoughtseize at this point. So we're looking good there. Liliana's a bit annoying, but if they down tick here, then I ping. Each player discards a card. We could just discard Bridge here. Discard Bridge, but then we're not doing the Walking Ballista with the Veil here. Kind of frustrating. I'm going to go ahead and discard the Bridge, though. If we get a Simian Spirit Guide or something like that, we'll be able to nag this Liliana here. We have a Lingering Souls in the yard. A top deck Relic would also be pretty decent. Walking Ballista is looking good to kill some Lingering Souls anyway. Alright. Well, we'll go ahead and ping a Liliana here and pass the turn. If they do decide to tick down here, I can at least ping it off. I presume it'll be going up. Difficult times here with this Chandra. It's going to be hard to get the Chandra down here with the current active Liliana. Alright, they do sacrifice. We get to ping this off. Good stuff for us. We might see this Lingering Souls played. We might see a second Liliana. Getting a land down, getting the Walking Ballista just feels really good. Gaddock Teague here has been played. So we'll need a removal spell for this. Removal spell found. Let's hesitate on this. Risky, I know, but we have a Lingering Souls to deal in the yard. They're thinking, oh, you have Chandra, land, and some random unknown card. Hopefully we'll get them to slam this Lingering Souls and get to clear it out. That is the hope here. Nope, it's a Tarmogoyf, which is absolutely massive and going to be a real pain to kill. Well, we could kill it with this. So let's deal 3 damage to each creature. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get to do like Chandra down 3 here to kill the Tarmogoyf. I can down 6. This would put Chandra into the yard here. We take 5, go to 13. My opponent now plays a second Tarmogoyf. This isn't good. I guess I should have waited on my Slagstorm. I can put this to 8. They have to attack. Maybe I can convince them to attack just one of these. It still puts a planeswalker. Oh no, they have a planeswalker. So down ticking here would kill. I wonder if I could just convince them to go after me instead of the Chandra. Let's go for the real spice line here. I'm gonna go up with this Chandra. They're gonna go cool, and they're gonna pummel me for a ton of damage here. And then I'm gonna get to down tick and kill with the Slag Storm, right? Perfect. And they won't think anything of this emblem. Nothing at all. It's not even there. Watch this. At my face. 100%. Shoot. They went at Chandra. That's not good. Not good at all. Lingering Souls is now cast here. Anger Slagstorm Bridge off the top? Oh. Oh. Okay. Man, we have a lot of weird things in this list. 5, 10, 11. I'll play a Magus down as a blocker. Pass the turn. We'll hope they don't top deck a land here. Floating white mana. Path. Paths me. Let's see if they get it. The running cards that I could have is an extra Slagstorm Anger here. It's going to be an Anger because I have 2 and 2. My opponent does not get a land here and doesn't suit up the Tarmogoyf. Oh, wait. This is 13. Instant. Instant wasn't in the yard. Instant wasn't in the yard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sideboard. Sideboard. Okay. Relics are starting to look a little bit nicer. Honestly, the chalices don't look too bad either. This Chandra wasn't bad either. I don't want this Torp Orb anymore. Let's bring some relics in. Probably this Spyglass. Spyglass over 1 Walking Ballista here. Run it like that. Liliana's a tough one for us as well with this build. Not too much can target Liliana very easily. So we'll bring in relics. Helps with the nastiness that is Tarmogoyf. Can draw a card. Spell Skites to protect Bridge. Bridge needs to be slammed. Blood Moon needs to be slammed. Abzan colors here. Triome Abzan here. 80 card. I still don't see the purpose of Yorion. Other than opponent had 60 cards, was up to 70, and is just like, let's just add 10 and add Yorion. We haven't seen any ETB. Kitchen Finks could be a thing. Knight of Autumn. Rex Sage. Plague Engineer could be reset on something. Stoneforge Mystic, obviously ETBs. Let's play first. Gotta look for that turn 2 Blood Moon with 2 Blood Moons. Well, that's not this. This is a great card. This is a great card. These are great, but no lands. Mulligan. 1 land with the top end at 6. I can't keep this. Mulligan. Alright, looks like I'm going to get rid of a land and a Chandra here. We'll be at 2 cards here. Not ideal. Not ideal against the Thoughtseize deck, although I can't assume they're going to always have that, right? There's 80 cards. How can they be that consistent? Marsh Flats here for our opponent. Cracks the Marsh Flats. In some ways, this Spyglass would be excellent on turn 1. Godless Shrine, no fear. Turn 1, Thoughtseize Inquisition for the 3rd match in a row with the 80-card deck. Taking one of these cards. At least this Spyglass is going to help me find out a little bit more about what the heck is going on, because, quite frankly, I'm very confused. Okay. We will never know. Abzan shenanigans. Player land, pass the turn. If they have another Thoughtseize here, we're in real trouble. We'll be top decking. Marsh Flats here can go get a basic of any kind. They could also just go get a green land and play Tarmogoyf. That would be fine. Double red here. Core Firewalker. Protection from red. Luckily, I've got Walking Ballista in the deck. For us, we go ahead and get a Ritual. So we get to end up playing our Chandra here on turn 3. Even though it's in the face of a Core Firewalker, I'll gladly put this into play before it gets stolen from us. We will go up to 5 here with our Chandra, hoping not to skip over bridge. Maybe we should just stop the league right now. It's not our night. It's not our night. Basic land here. Do not play Lingering Souls, please. Don't play Chandra or Liliana. Don't play these things, opponent. Liliana going up. We're going to lose our last land here. Shambling Vent has been pitched for our opponent. 2 damage at Chandra. And down she goes to 3. We got 2 to 3 turns with her left. Top decking a land. We'll put that into play. Up with the Chandra, hoping to hit a Walking Ballista. We hit a Blood Moon. I will play this. No more double black for our opponent. However, they have a Liliana going up. Okay. This should be, doesn't exist. Ignore that bridge. Verdant Catacombs, no green mana. Lingering Souls is still a problem. My opponent definitely will be upticking here. And once this hits, they're going to just split probably Blood Moon and maybe a land and Chandra and a couple lands. 2 damage at Chandra. Lucky for us, a Walking Ballista could be put on 3. A bonus Chandra here. I don't mind a bonus Chandra. Up for damage. We had a Relic. Ooh, do I like a Relic here? I kind of like a Relic. Let's play a Relic and probably just pass the turn here. On the Liliana response, in response to Liliana, we'll go ahead and get this Relic activated. They'll continue to go after this. Let's go ahead and exile things. We can get rid of that Blood Moon because that's useless right now. Big Chandra would be excellent here. We could actually play Big Chandra because we could do 2 here, have the 6 mana, ping this for a bajillion, then we have the follow-up Chandra, and probably could win that game. Another bridge would be fine. Spellskite would be okay. A land is not very good, but we'll go ahead and play it. Upticking for damage. Spellskite. We'll play Spellskite as a blocker. They're going to downtick Liliana probably, would be my guess. Downtick Liliana. We play into a bit of a path, but the path gets us to 6 mana. We're hoping they use the Liliana here as a downtick, but it looks like we're going to get pathed here. So we're going to lose both of our Chandras here by that play. They might just try to separate here. Lands and Blood Moon. They might do it. They might need green. Chandra might be safe. Lands and Blood Moon. Choose which one to sacrifice. I've got to sacrifice the Blood Moon here. We can't play a game. We're just going to get beat down for 2 every turn. I can play Chandra here and I can find other things. I'm going to be attacked by probably Tarmogoyfs at this point. Because why not? Alright, it's 5/6 Tarmogoyf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I hate playing Chandra down here with this Tarmogoyf. They didn't Thoughtseize me. Let's give it one turn here. One turn, find a bridge. And then Chandra uptick mana, play the bridge. Hope they have no Abrupt Decays or Assassin's Trophies. Opponent has 5 mana. We might be seeing Yorion here. Hits for 7. We're at 13. I think just playing Chandra blindly into nothingness here is just not a good idea. So now I need a bridge, realistically. I feel like they're just playing Yorion as a 6 or 5-drop top end here at this point. Realistically, we haven't seen anything. Perhaps they have Restoration Angel with the idea that they could flash Restoration Angel and save this and then blink other things. But generally speaking, I haven't seen a reason to be playing this card nor 80 cards here. They are Abzan colors. Spellskite. This is 5, 9, 10, 11. I can play Spellskite here. Pass the turn again. I could also just play Chandra. I guess it forces more things to go at Chandra here. Alright. I've been convinced. One goes up to 12 here. We have a Chandra. Maybe on some weird planet I'll get an extra draw here with this Chandra. We'll go up for damage. Mountain's fine to pass over. That's a good thing, I suppose. Opponent's at 10, 8, kind of. Not really. Gavany Township. Well, that's just not good. Alright, well, we'll block here. They're going to pump with Gavany. We're going to lose our Chandra. We're going to take 6. This is now outside of an anger. Here, we need like Relic and Bridge here. That would be a good combo top deck. I would gladly take those things. Relic? Bridge. Right. We got one of them. Bridge it is, and we have it protected with a Spellskite currently. If we would have only been patient with our Chandra. Like we could have been patient. Heh. Heh. Heh, heh, heh. Alright, what do we got here? Something that destroys an artifact? Nope. Stoneforge or Mystic. ETBs. Alright. We have a shot here. We have the bridge, and it's protected by the Spellskite. We're at 7. Sword of Fire and Ice. They could just slam it in here, and why not? Go for it. This Gaddock Teague is so weird to have in the deck, too. Makes me think that they don't have, like, a Chord of Calling, either. I'm just so confused. Oh, we're doing something here. Okay, we play that sword in. Sword is in play. Nod. Okay. I'm going to hold on to this anger as long as I can. This is where we need big Chandra. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I will play Koth of the Hammer. Yes, this is the closer we needed. Up past turn. The closer we needed. The big kahuna. The Macho Man. Koth is going to show us why Koth is here. Thought seizes. Makes it now very difficult for them to attack. Spellskite protecting both Koth and Ensnaring Bridge more than likely. Currently looking good so far. Using Gavany Township here. Connecting Sword of Fire and Ice onto one of these. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 mountains currently. So Koth is technically a 2-turn. But if we draw a land here, it's a 3-turn, sorry. If we draw a land, it's a 2-turn, but we have the ruins, so it's still 2-ish. Dang, this is a 7/8 Goif. Hooks up Sword, Fire, and Ice. Okay. No attacks. Pass turn. A Blood Moon's exceptional here. It's exceptional because it will make everything a mountain. It'll make things really hard for our opponent as well. We have to double check our time here. We have a timer set. Looking good. 23 minutes before I have to check something. All right. Spellskite stays back here. What do we have here? 3 red. Sword of Light and Shadow. Follows this up with a connecting to the Yorion. Yorion's a 9/10. Huge. Massive. 1 card in hand. They do have their Abzan colors. Emblem. Pass turn. And then we'll hit them for a bunch and pass turn. We need Spellskite to protect the bridge. I think we'll be good here. Getting it done, getting it done. Come on. We just really need to get past the combat step. Need them to go over that combat step for me. Black green. If they go after Blood Moon, I just ignore it. Just ignore it. They need a path and the Abrupt Decay they're about to use. If they go after Bridge, you've got to protect it, obviously. What's sneaky about going after Blood Moon is it looks like it wouldn't make it a 2-turn clock, but it still is because in response we hit with 2 non-mountains here. Assassin's Trophy on the Ensnaring Bridge. We will change this target. Changing. We'll now target this. Stoneforge could attack me. What else do we have? Assassin's Trophy on the Spellskite now. What else do we have, opponent? While this is happening, let's double check. Nope, nothing yet. We might get in our 3rd match here before we have to pause the recording. Destroy target permanent opponent controls. Spellspite cannot change the target of Assassin's Trophy? Why is that? Destroy target permanent an opponent controls. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card. Put it into play. What? I think this is a bug. That's a bug. Assassin's Trophy can be redirected. Am I gonna lose because of that? What? I lose because of this. I can't prevent the 9. What? If I'm missing something, please leave it in the comments, but I shouldn't lose this match. We ping for 7, they go to 3 in the next turn. Oh. Oh, I should win. I should win. We had that one. All right. Guess I'll be filing for that one. We'll check that one out in the replay. Match 3 coming up right after I go check. All right, we are back. We did review that match. Yeah. We're gonna just forget about it, move on, and get some points later probably. Match 3 coming up right here. Playing this red prison list in modern. Trying some other interesting spin here and seeing how it does for us. See how it does. All right, we're against Iceman 76 here. And we have a turn 2 Blood Moon. I guess I can try that. It is impossible to Thoughtseize away. That being said, they could Thoughtseize turn 1, Thoughtseize turn 2, but then I'll get a Koth of the Hammer out. Alright, so we'll go ahead and keep this hand. Seems decent enough to try here. Let's make sure everything is recording properly. Looks like it is. We'll keep. Alright, Godless Shrine here. Shocks it in. Thoughtseize. What would you like? What would you like? Takes a Blood Moon. If we get a Simian Spirit Guide here, we're in great shape. We don't, though. Alright. Opponent will now have the option to Thoughtseize away our other Blood Moon here if they would like. Which would then allow us to get Koth of the Hammer down. And getting in for 4 here would be pretty nice against a double Thoughtseize if that's what they have. What else do they care to show us? What else do they care to show us? Marsh Flats. They can go get a basic now. Basic Swamp, basic Plains, one or the other. Basic Swamp is their choice. Sculler. Well, Sculler gets to take the Blood Moon. And that's probably what they'll do now. And they have something that can attack Koth, which is pretty good for them. We'll definitely be slamming Koth, though. No reason not to. We do have quite a bit of removal in the deck, so there's a good chance we will get rid of this in time. Fingers crossed. In for 4. My opponent can tack back for 2. We'll make them down to 11 here. Not bad for us, having them at 11. And likely, depending on if they get blockers or other things, to be lower than that the coming turn here. Turn 2 Koth is pretty devastating, to say the least. We are at a healthy 20. Mardu colors. Shoxin. Attack and Bolt. Helix. I hope they don't have Helix. That would be just awful. Tax Koth. Follow-up burn spell. K-Command. Alright. That'll do it. Proof why we don't like Koth sometimes. Ruins in past the turn. We top deck a Chandra here. Chandra would be getting to be played if the Koth was in play here, being able to kill the Tide Hollow and threatening Blood Moon. No such things happening right here, though. I can't imagine it's another Thoughtseize, though. It's another Thoughtseize. Take Chandra here. Plays a land. They're protected from Blood Moon anyway. 3-drop here. No 3-drop. 3-drop here. Gurmag Angler hits us for 2. 1 card left. Bridge. Go ahead, opponent. Now, they could easily K-Command this away. We'll just hope that they don't have K-Command for a while. We need another land here. Need a 4th land. Would have been nice to top deck the bridge when we had the Koth in play. I suppose it wouldn't have mattered. Koth did die in 1 turn. Is this what I deserve? Is this what I deserve? I think it's what I deserve for playing prison. 7 damage, Jim. We're going to 9. Just pass the turn. We'll Magma Jet on their turn. We'll get this Blood Moon back. Not entirely sure what I could top deck, though, other than a bridge. Gurmag Angler's coming in for damage. We'll go ahead and knock this guy off. Scry 2. They could even prevent the Scry if they had a way to pick this off with, say, a Path to Exile. Which, at this point, they might even consider. We get our Blood Moon back. Well, this isn't going very well. Tap land. Blood Moon, 5 damage, or game. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. These creatures are a little bit too large for us. I kind of want Spyglass. I don't even really want the Spellskite here. I could see Torpor maybe being an option. I mean, I just think I need to be faster than them. Let's do 1 and 1. 1 and 1, send it back. I know I have the Spellskite here, but K-Command and Spellskite are evil enemies. They're evil enemies. 30 seconds. All right, let's play first. Okay, we'll keep it because I have a backup chalice here. We can stop a Thoughtseize here. We have a lot of removal this time around too. And although the Gurmag Angler was a rather large creature, we have the Slagstorm and the Anger and the Magma Jet to get rid of all the small creatures. Opponent mulligans a 6. Oh. Play a Mountain Pass turn. That was wild. Hit the top bar here. Silent Clearing here for our opponent. Probably a Thoughtseize and taking something here. We can easily get Chalice on 1 and potentially 2 depending on our top deck lands here. Oh my goodness, the dog. The dog be there. She's very upset. Alright, Chalice on 1 here. Played into play. Pass the turn. We did show that we drew a land here. I don't particularly care. Silent Clearing for our opponent. They're going to take a lot of damage over the next few turns here. Tidehollow. Taking probably a Magma Jet here. Wanting to use our Slagstorm or Angers as just basic removal. There we go. Magma Jet's been taken here. F6 through the turn. Okay, I don't see a reason to run out a Slagstorm or an Anger just yet, so we'll go ahead and pass the turn back to our opponent here. We can wait on these. Pyretic Ritual's a nice-ish card to get here. We can use that to hopefully ritual out maybe a Chandra or something. Do we have a follow-up here? Hitting for 2 damage here. Appears to be no follow-up. Basic Plains. No follow-up. All right. Let's go ahead and play a Simian Spirit Guide and just pass the turn back to our lovely opponent here. Nothing much to do for that. Cycles and Unearth. Cycles a Street Wraith. Cycles a Street Wraith. Looking for probably red mana at this point for this Chalice. We can definitely attack with the Simian Spirit Guide as well. And the Slagstorm could just be 3 damage to the face at this point. Might want to try to get them before they can get rid of this Chalice and put probably a Death Shadow into play. Paying the cost of something here. Taking a lot of damage to do so as well. A big Gurmag Angler. I presume no attack here. We can easily attack into this. We could wait, though. Let's go ahead and wait and get a Blood Moon down. We're going to wait to turn off the Silent Clearing here. We can just easily pass. No real reason to worry about the Gurmag Angler and the Sculler just yet. Now, they might attack me. Also, their Silent Clearings don't do any damage. We have taken them completely off black, though, and you can tell their deck has a lot of black in it. Hits us for 5, puts us to 13. Okay. Oh. He is rather large here. I'm going to go ahead and swing here. We'll see if they want to block. They do not. Puts them to 6. We're just going to pass back. This is 7 damage back at us. Bobble. Bobble is played here. We'll see if they want to do this 7 to us. I presume they will. In for 7. What's cool here is if I were to top deck a land, we should be able to be close to finishing this. Bobble sees what the top of our deck was. It's a Magus. So we can play Magus of the Moon here and attack for 2. This kind of risks that they have some sort of removal spell, but if they don't have a removal spell, we should be able to win. I would think. Could be wrong, though. Could be wrong. Fingers crossed they don't have removal. If they have a Lingering Souls, this could get kind of dicey as well. We could actually go for the tie. And maybe we'll go for the tie because this league's just been a struggle bus. Maybe we go for something very unusual. Normally doesn't happen. I will be blocking, though, when they come in. I can't... I have to block, right? Yeah, I'll block. I don't see any reason not to block there. Ramming out Ruins. We'll attack for 2 here. They'll block. I can kill Gurmag Angler. Might be worth it. Try to win with the Chandra. Let's do it. Blocks here. I anger and Pyretic Ritual. I get to Magma Jet. I get to set up a land or something. I'll keep Slagstorm here just in case. Let's go ahead and anger. Let's hope they have nothing that protects Gurmag Angler here. If they have something that protects Gurmag Angler, we're in trouble. The other thing we could have done is Slagstorm Magma Jet, but that's... we want to win with Chandra. We had a Blood Moon and a Ruins, and then a Chalice. Alright. I know we could have won there. But you don't know. Maybe they have their own Magma Jet. We don't want to take too much damage. Lightning strikes me out of nowhere. We wanted to give the win to the Chandra. We're playing 2 Planeswalkers that I'm not so sure about. We're trying to give them their moment in the spotlight. Please disregard the non-optimal choices here. It's a Blitz league. It's a fun league. We're here to play Magic and have fun. Remember that. Okay. No changes, though. We're going to just shoot this right back. My opponent apparently doesn't have too many fetch lands, so that's really good. Magus and Blood Moon look like they're excellent cards here, and if we can keep them off their basic swamp, we're in great shape. They might look for that a little bit more this third and final game here, just because they do realize how important it is. This hand is garbage. Even though we can put a gemstone into play fast, we end up having just a second one, and it's no good here. We're unfortunately going to have to mulligan. This hand's pretty good. We'll go ahead and keep this. I'm going to ditch Koth of the Hammer. We can put a gemstone out, getting rid of another gemstone, and I do have a turn 1 Blood Moon if they don't touch me. Probability of them having this Thoughtseize, though, is fairly high. They've had it before and before and before. Marsh Flats here. They could also just be searching for their basic that they need. We'll see what they decide to do. Fetching. Maybe they go get basic planes. That would not be a Thoughtseize. Basic swamp. Thoughtseize. Pretty standard from our opponent. They'll take Blood Moon here. There it goes. So, Blood Moon out here. We have a Simian Spirit Guide to ramp into something. We have 2 removals, which is kind of nice. We are on the back foot here, not having many more lands at this point. We did get rid of one, although the one that we got rid of would have been just a Gemstone Caverns as well, so it would not have come into play. It wouldn't have kept the other one in play. Bloodstained Mire, an extra basic swamp can be found here if they'd like, or they can go get their red and white off Sacred Foundry. Or Godless Shrine. That works too. Tide Hollow. Seems to be a very recurring set of cards my opponent plays here. I presume they'll just take one of the sweepers here. They could also just take the Simian Spirit Guide to keep me off of the sweepers. There you go. Well, we hit a land. Gurmag is what? 7? 6 plus a black, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll just hold tight here with the Scavenger Grounds. If the Slag Storm gets picked off here, it feels a little bit awkward, but we'll go ahead and give this a shot. We are on, as I mentioned, the back foot here. Turn 3 for our opponent. A difficult turn indeed. No third land, it appears. Opponent attacks for 2, takes us to 18. Pithing Needle's fine. They can name Scavenger Grounds if they would like to. I presume this will name Chandra, though. Koth is at the bottom of the library, by the way. Chalice on 1 is clearly very good against our opponent's deck. And I think we have the right deck to beat our opponent. Just need to find the right cards here. Probably a Blood Moon would be fine. Chandra Torch of Defiance has been played here. Blood Crypt shocks it in. Goes to our turn. Torp Orb, pass the turn. It'll prevent further Tide Hollow Scullers and any other ETB things that our opponent may have. I presume they have Death Shadows, though, at this point, and we need a bridge ASAP. Bridge won't go very far, though, because of the K commands that our opponent has and they had on the main deck. So, for what it's worth. They won't play them now, though. They know about the Slag Storm. It wouldn't be ideal. Silent Clearing will help their case. White, black, Ranger. Hits for 2, puts me to 16. Okay. I will go ahead and deal 3 damage to each creature. This could turn on a Gurmag Angler here. I don't have the Scavenger Grounds online. We'll see if Gurmag's showing up here. Look at that Torp Orb stop the Ranger from grabbing a Death Shadow. That's good. That's good. This is definitely Gurmag Angler mana, though. Silent clearing. Decides to cycle a silent clearing here. Okay. If I don't really hit anything, the scavenger ground and popping that is probably an okay thing to do here, just to avoid future Kermag anglers for a little bit. A Death Shadow could be currently killed. It is only a 2/2. Bloodstained Mire makes it nearly impossible for us to kill. Walking Ballista makes this all very strange. Because I'm not going to be able to kill it because of the fetch land here, I'm going to play a Walking Ballista on 2. Ideal here is that they would hopefully crack and shock. Not able to kill Walking Ballista, I could then anger and Walking Ballista, hopefully. They fetch. This is now a 3/3. I also have the Walking Ballista as a blocker if things get really out of hand here. Not to mention that I could just bash in if they fetch shock here. I have a 2/2 here. I could end up just playing the 2/2 or the Simian Spear Guide after hitting in for 2. Could be an option here. I may not block this. I don't think I want to. Down to 11. I presume something could be here. Inquisition. Okay, they can take Simian Spirit Guide here. They don't. They take the anger. Ranger. It's a 3/3 body. It does block Walking Ballista very nicely. We can take 8. Let's go ahead and play the Simian Spirit Guide here, pass the turn. We're going to pass the turn. If they were some reason attack me for 8, I might just let it through. I might. And I might do that because we could kill them on the backswing. And that would probably be the only line in which we're winning from here. It all depends on what they top decked. And if they give me too much time with the Walking Ballista, the Walking Ballista itself could be lethal in a couple turns. So if they come at me, no blocks here, we'll take our chances. 5, 8 damage. 9, 10, 11. They need a bolt or some way to deal 3. We'll just take it. Because we kill them on the backswing here. Down to 3. What do you have? You must have something. Path. I guess I removed 2 here. This will put them to 6, 5, 4. Land drop doesn't do it for us. GG's, opponent. GG's. We tried. Tried and did not succeed. Bummer. Just hitting the wall here. Currently 0-3. Ah! Definitely not playing out. What are things we could improve here? For consistency's sake, we could put in Seasoned Pyromancer. That was talked in the YouTube channel. The Walking Ballista has been very hit or miss currently. The Angers and Slagstorms have also been hit or miss. We haven't seen a lot of wide boards. It almost would be better to just have some random spot removal. Magma Jet's been okay. It's been able to do once or twice where it got to find some cards. Generally speaking, you could probably get rid of the Chandra, the Koth, couple Walking Ballistas, switch the Magma Jets, switch the Slagstorms or Angers, and do something else. Blood Moons have been very good right now, so that's proving our point that Blood Moon might be worth a nod here. Just looking for maybe a bit of a different shell might be important here. Match 4, though, let's see if we can get some W's here. This one's been a little bit brutal this evening. Been a bit brutal. but sometimes we've got to take some lumps to learn some things. All right, we have a Luris here. We're going to keep this. We have a Chalice on 1. We have a Blood Moon on turn 2. Both are options. We have what appears to be the burn version of Luris across from us. Oh boy. Goblin Guide. Let's see what they reveal. Reveals a Slag Storm. Alright. I could put a Chalice on 0, but I'm not so concerned about that because I can kill the Luris pretty easily. We're going to be looking to put a Chalice on 1, maybe the Blood Moon, maybe we have to do a Slag Storm here. It'll all depend on what our opponent plays right now. I have no actions. I'll go ahead and F6 through our turn here. Magma Jet is revealed. So now they know we have a Magma Jet in hand. Eidolon. This is worth a Slag Storm. This is definitely worth a Slag Storm with two spells after. I'll take 4 to do this, but I'm taking 4 anyway. 2 damage from casting Magma Jet, 2 damage from the Goblin Guide because I can't quite kill it. We have an extra ritual if I need to here. Clearing this feels the best at this point. We are in a bit of a pickle though. My opponent could hit us for quite a bit. Chalice on 1 followed by Blood Moon here is not too bad with all the white mana that my opponent can produce. Lava Spike for them. Down to 9. Alright. We'll go ahead and throw a Chalice on 1 and pass the turn, hoping that they don't have lightning bolts. Chalice in play. Helix or Boros Charm here. Skullcrack. We are at 6. Blood Moon would shut off a Luris. Something to be said about that. Sunbaked Canyon for our opponent. I'm gonna have to put a Blood Moon out. I have no other plays here. And we'll just hope that they can't double hit me here. Blood Moon in play here. First spell is a Helix or a Boros Charm. Helix is me. Follows this up with a nothing. Alright. Luris is uncastable currently. We have some Magma Jets here. Chalice on 1 prevents quite a few things. We need to avoid Skull Cracks, Rift Bolts, light up the stages, all kinds of things. Probably Searing Blazes, so we don't want to put any of this into play. We're just going to pass the turn with a Magma Jet. Land drop for our opponent. Go ahead and nail them with a Magma Jet. Can bottom this. I really need the land, so I'll go ahead and top the land. We'll get the land and put it into play and pass the turn. If I can get maybe 2 damage out of the Walking Ballista, I'll definitely consider it. Looking for maybe a Chalice on 2. Eidolon. Looks like I'm going to 1. You know what? Let's wait to see if I can get the Walking Ballista. And then I can kind of get that out of hand. Land? Oh, alright. We'll go ahead and Magma Jet the Eidolon here. We'll try to put a land on top. Bottom the Blood Moon, top the mountain. We're good for Chandra. Now we just gotta avoid every single burn spell there is. Land drop. Okay, we're gonna get a Chandra down. Just gotta avoid things for another 1,000 turns here. Chandra in play, upticking, going to 16 for our opponent. Can't play the Gemstone Caverns. Didn't want to play the Gemstone Caverns. Avoid a burn spell here. Avoids the burn spell. We continue on. Let's go up for damage. Pass the turn. I'm not going to expose anything here. I don't need to. I don't need to. I need them to play nothing. Nada. No. No. Oh, they untapped. Cool. We live for another day. Up for damage. Pass the turn. I realistically can't even play the Walking Ballista out. I need a Desperate Ritual off the top. Come on, Desperate Ritual. That's Big Chandra. Emblem, 3-drop, go. We have it next turn anyway. So play a Blood Moon here, shoot them for 5. Pass turn. We have Walking Ballista for 0 and Ensnaring Bridge. Passing the turn back to them. Do we get it one more time back, or did they find their final burn spell? And I don't want to expose anything here. We'll go ahead and Anger the Gods. Hit them. We can Walking Ballista on 0 here. I hope they're not slow rolling me. Got there. Chalice on 1 and Blood Moon. Got there. Okay. Eidolon's in. Big Chandra out. Koth out. Okay. Spell Skites can probably come in as well. Realistically, bridges don't do a lot in this matchup. These in, those out. Top end, lower it. Spell Skite, go. Could probably even take out... No, won't even say that. No. Blood Moons, Spell Skites, Eidolons, taking us to victory. Let's do it. Let's see what we can do. Alright, opponent playing first. It's good for the burn match. I have a Blood Moon, I have an Anger, I have a Slag Storm. We're doing it. We're keeping this. Good luck to us. Good luck, opponent. You're never getting to cast Luris, and I'm praying that you have a creature-dense opening hand. If it is anything short of that, we'll get smashed and burned in the face. Sacred Foundry shocks it in, plays a Goblin Guide. Pass turn. Swift Spear. There we go. That hesitation was clearly Swift Spear. Okay. Land, go. We have a turn 2 Chandra as well. Turn 2 Chandra is an option as well. If they play 2 creatures here, we're going to probably Slag or Anger. If they play nothing here, we might just Blood Moon. Light Up the Stage could be coming here as well. In for 1, looks like. Skewers me. Okay. Okay. I sort of want to just try to get this Chandra down, but we'll Blood Moon. I think I want a Blood Moon. Maybe I just Anger. I've changed my mind. We're going to Anger here. We can safely Blood Moon next turn if possible. Removes the singleton creature. They didn't get a second creature out before doing the skewer. They might not have done that because we have Chandra's Slagstorms, different removal that they've seen. But opponent didn't have a second land here, so the Blood Moon's not as important. I can kind of pace myself on this Blood Moon. I can pace myself so much that I get to play Chandra and Blood Moon here. This is a great turn. Chandra. Up. Ritual. Blood Moon. Keeps them off core Firewalkers, keeps them off Lurrus, keeps them off Helix and Boros Charm. Nice. We'll see if they have a Bolt at end step. They do not. We have the Slagstorm for an Eidolon here. That way I can keep ticking up with my Chandra. I'd almost prefer like a Magma Jet here. Magus is okay. Let's go up for damage. If I find myself with a... Ooh. An Eidolon of my own. Oh. That's so tempting. I think I'm going to cast this. This is a great thing to do. This is going to be fun. We play our own Eidolon out. Now every spell is 4 damage. If they attack me, I can easily block. If they want to remove this, they take 4. Then they're doing 2 to me or 2 to Chandra. Chandra's at 6. We're almost there for an emblem. They probably got to put some resources into killing Chandra here. If they come at my face, I might just ignore it. I'll just ignore it entirely. I don't have to play anything this turn. Land up, pass turn. Easiest turn ever. Played Eidolon. I can't play Eidolon. I can't play another Eidolon. That's too much. Maybe if I would have attacked first. Maybe. I'm just going to pass it back. Skull cracks me. They take 2. We take... Or sorry, they take 4. We take 2. They take 4. I take 3. We go to 10. I think they still have to pay attention to this Chandra. Otherwise, I get to emblem and race them faster. Land drop. You've got to kill this Chandra. You just have to. Well, not kill, but at least attack it. This is where I probably could just ignore it. I could probably ignore this Eidolon. Oh, they're coming at me. They're coming at me. I'm going to go to 8. Can I go to 8 here? I don't know if I can go to 8. We block Chandra Emblem. They might have 3 spells here. If we get a ritual effect, we could kill them if they don't touch my Eidolon here. Let's block. Chandra's at 7. See if my opponent wants to point burn to Chandra so that we don't emblem here. Doesn't appear they're going to. I think if they had it, they should have. Oh, they're going to do it now. Oh, okay. Upkeep. Upkeep bolt. Up for damage. Anger. We'll pass on that. Go ahead and Chalice on 1 here. This avoids a lot of hasty creatures. Could avoid lava spikes if they hesitated to play those. Passing the turn back. We've got a Chandra at 5. 10-10 all. Halfway through the match. Skullcrack. Skull cracks us. We're at 7. 2 cards left. Draws for the turn. I still am not sure if I want to play this Magus or not and expose myself to a Searing Blaze. Land drop for our opponent. A 2-drop. Smash to Smithereens. That's pretty good. We go to 4. Land up. Walking Ballista. I'm actually okay with playing this. I'm avoiding a Searing Blaze currently. I can avoid another smash. This actually attacks as well. Uh-oh. 3 damage. Rift Bolt. I'm at 1. Okay. Blood Moon. Don't need that. Up for damage. Chalice. I could put the Chalice on 1 or 2 here. I think I can put it on 1 here safely. Probably gets me another turn. We'll attack for 2 here and pass the turn. I'm wondering if I should just fire off the Walking Ballista to avoid a Searing Blaze. Avoiding a Searing Blaze here could win it for us. Might have opened up another smash by putting the Chalice out. I'm going to go with a no here. We'll hope they don't top deck a Searing Blaze. An Eidolon. It's not a Searing Blaze. It's good for us. What do we get off the top? Land. Get the Emblem here. We attack for the 2 anyway. No reason to wait on this. We can shoot the Eidolon as well if they let this go through, which it looks like they might. Once we shoot the Eidolon, we cast 2 things and win this game. We got there. Against Luris Burn and needing that Blood Moon. There we go. We'll play Blood Moon first. That way if they have anything that interacts with us and has forgotten to play it. Finish it off with a Magus. Chandra Emblem. Taking it down. There we go. Turning it around a little bit here. Whew. The lock piece is coming in. Let's play our final match. There we go. I'm excited. Not completely 0-5ing. That was the goal. We don't like to do that. Taking down a companion. We have the right pieces here if we hit the right card. So that Seasoned Pyromancer that has been suggested might be worth it. Big Chandra. Just move her out of the picture here. Koth. Spellskite's bugged. So, would I like to play first? Absolutely. Let's see if we can nail a turn 1 Blood Moon here against our opponent. Maybe we bring in an extra ritual. I like the whole 5 ritual, 4 Simian Spirit Guide, but it might be time to go 6 ritual, 4 Simian Spirit Guide. Why? I don't know. Why are you asking that? Well, this is a Blood Moon, and that is it. We're going to mulligan this. There's a Luris across from us. Could be any Luris deck. We are going to keep this one. I'm going to get rid of probably just this ritual. And we'll look to do Chalice, followed by something else. probably the bridge. Let's see if we can beat a Lurrus deck again. Many of these Lurrus decks out there, that's for sure. Let's see what kind it is. Looks to be burn. Looks to be burn again. Chalice on 1's going to have to do some work here. Okay. Definitely going to put a Chalice on 1. Definitely. Alright, we have the core duelist here against our Chalice on 1. Bridge is a lot better in this matchup. We will be attempting to Anger or Slagstorm next turn just to get this off, and then probably follow it up with a bridge. We could easily probably just bridge here and probably be safe from this game, but we'll never know. We'll never know. Stoneforge Mystic here. This is definitely Anger and Slagstorm territory. Lightning Greaves. That's fine. Don't care about that card. Attacks for 1. I think I want to Anger these because of Lurrus. And we can Slagstorm Lurrus. So Anger here, pass the turn. If they play Lurrus, we'll Slagstorm again, and then we'll bridge. I think we're only a couple turns away from locking this one out. Opponent's got to be bringing in some anti-artifact pieces here. Game number 2 and game number 3. We will be getting a Torpor Orb in, probably. Spellskite to protect. Double Strike, Vigilance, Trample. The Swift Blade. I wonder if I'm just supposed to Slagstorm again. I could probably safely Slagstorm. Let's bridge. This could be wrong. Depends on how fast they can get something on this. Have to be pre-combat that would get stuck on it, though. Arid Mesa. Don't tell me we've just lost. They've got some combo here. This looks like a Sigarda's Grace deck. That's what it looks like. Pure Steel Paladin. Okay. Lightning. They draw a card. The Slagstorm's looking extra delicious. It's looking extra delicious, but at the same time, it's not. Alright, hits me for a little bit of damage here. We got a Lurrus coming, probably. It's difficult to go ahead and... It's difficult to Slagstorm here because I know that Lurrus can show up and then start replaying things. We're going to play a Magus of the Moon and pass the turn. I'm okay with blocking something here if I needed to. If they somehow pump the Swift Blade up to 2, I would Simian Spirit Guide and remove all that from happening. Goblin Engineer. Let's see what they go get with this. It's going to be in the graveyard briefly. The Hammer. Goblin Engineer is protected now. This is probably a time to go ahead and Slagstorm. Get the land, 1, 2, 3, destroy each creature. So that's what that reads. Pass the turn. They can't play the Colossus Hammer out of the graveyard. They can engineer it, but they can't play it out. There's a Cavern of Souls. The other thing is we have these Scavenger Grounds, which I could use to prevent Lurrus from doing Lurrus things. One, two, activate a Scavenger, destroy this desert. Clears the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, and Blood Moon. And now we're empty-handed. Luris has nothing to get back. Go ahead, opponent. Maybe they're just looking for what our win condition is at this point. Which, at this point, it will be Beatdown Monkey. That is what it'll be. And if they make me do this, then we might consider doing this. They could just jam Luris here at any point to block this, so I probably will play every land in play. Look. Now I'm just going to play everything that I have. Hooks it up. We can't hit it. 3-2. Just play our land, pass the turn. We're looking for Chandra at this point. Not big Chandra, little Chandra. The Torch of Defiance. Pure Steel Paladin. Extra Blood Moon. I'm curious what they think they can win with at this point. Maybe they have a way to get around Bridge. And maybe they're just waiting to see what we can do. We're winning on clock here, so... Alright, they've conceded. They're not interested in playing a long prison game with us. There's our Chandra. Okay. Spell Skites feel good. Torp Orbs feel pretty good. Shattering Spree doesn't seem so bad here. Eidolons don't seem terrible either. Blood Moons are okay. Not probably the most lethal. I'm kind of worried about holding this big Chandra. Let's bring the smaller stuff in. The Shattering Spree, I'm pretty sure should be able to hit something, but maybe I should actually take that out. We can leave big Chandra in. Is that a good idea? No. But okay. Let's bring just a Spyglass in. We're trying to like lower the curve, but I want to be able to hide behind Bridge so the Eidolon doesn't make sense to me. My opponent is a combo deck, and so having a fast Bridge is not a bad thing here. Mulligans towards a Bridge as well would not be terrible. Match 5. Game 2. Right here. Playing this more free win style of build of Prison. Not optimized by any means. One lander. Can't keep. Mulligan galore. Lots of bridges though. Like a lot. Like 3. Almost 4. Mulligan. Okay. We'll keep this, ditch a Walking Ballista. We've got the Magma Jet to help us out. We have a Simian Spirit Guide as well. We'll see what my opponent's going to do to us. Hopefully nothing too drastic. Sacred Boundary in here. Untapped. A Goblin Gavalier. This gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to it. Luckily, I can Magma Jet that. There's a Torp Orb. I don't need to slam that out with Simian Spirit Guide. We're going to hold up Magma Jet. We could as well hold up just Anger for next turn because I have the Simian Spirit Guide. We'll see what this person wants to do with this Goblin. And if they hit me for 1, then I'm going to do absolutely nothing. Cool. We'll just pass. No play here. Pass again. My opponent did not declare Luris, by the way. We have some other cards in this deck somewhere. 3-drop. Alright, let's go ahead and Magma Jet. Let's try to set up some lands off the top. Dovin's interesting. Let's bottom the Pyretic Ritual and top the Ruins. It's an interesting card here to deal with. So here, it's frustrating because the anger is here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Simian Spirit Guide to get a Walking Ballista. Oh, it's artifacts too, isn't it? Well then, just artifact on 1. I was going to put it on 2 thinking it was artifacts like Athalia, but it's actual artifacts as well. That's fine. We'll get good old Walking Ballista in here. They can prevent the damage if they would like to. I doubt they will. I'll play Torp Orb or Bridge next. I'd hate to play this Bridge. Sigarda's Aid. Oh boy. Dangerous the Sigarda's Aid is. Play a Torp Orb here. I'm going to go ahead and pick off the Dovin for 1 damage here. Just Torp Orb. Don't worry about it, opponent. Hit for 1. Pass turn. I'd like to get this bridge in next. It is necessary, I believe. A lot of things that hook up with the Sigarda's Aid are 1/1s. What's interesting here is that Walking Ballista could be prevented by the Dovin before they get something big on there. But if they get something big on the creature, then I can probably Ensnaring Bridge, hoping that the creature doesn't have haste. Wears out our Torp Orb. Good to wear out our Torp Orb and not necessarily our Bridge. Didn't really mean for that to be baited in that way, but it happened to do that. Cavern of Souls. My opponent appears to be flooding out for probably a deck that needs no more than 2 to 3 lands. Name's Cat. Here's the Goblin. Now I could pick that off. I don't want to, but I could. I guess we'll play Bridge here. Do need another land. I'm not going to do anything else. If I can hit 1 more land, I could pump this up and then nail the Goblin. Currently, Goblin gets under Bridge. That's okay. We could probably dismiss some of these rituals due to the Dovin. They'll each cost 3. It's like a Thalia. Thalia on a walker. Alright. Well, I don't want the Goblin here. They're preventing the damage. I'm going to do this. Hoping that hoping they have no way to, like, protect this. And if they try to protect it with an equipment somehow, I don't see it being good for them. Alright, we hit a land here. We're just going to pass the turn. I'm going to leave my rituals in hand at the moment. They're not hurting anything being there. Core Firewalker. I will empty these rituals out now. Let's cast this. And we'll cast this one too. Alright, so we got to just beat a Core Firewalker here. I presume they have other things for this Ensnaring Bridge. We need just one of our win conditions to finish this one out. Make sure we're not yielding by accident here. I believe this will do. Gonna yield to Core Firewalker here. I can now start going up with Chandra here. I should be able to clear out my anger here in a turn or two, and we'll have them fairly locked out. I need another Walking Bliss to take care of the Core Firewalker. Up we go for damage and pass turn. Don't want the anger. Pass the turn. See if my opponent can get themselves out of this. Getting Chandra all the way up to an emblem status and embleming could be the win for this game. White, Lightning Greaves, that's fine. Connects with the Firewalker here. Chooses not to. Passes to us. No other actions. Okay, a Slagstorm. Let's go up for damage. I don't really want to hold 2 cards here. So we're actually going to go ahead and shoot 3 in the face. Help our clock here. So it's 4 damage. They gain life, then take 2. Essentially they take 3, so they take 2, and we can take 3 here. Negate some of the core Firewalker here. Chandra's at 6, almost there. Pure Steel Paladin. Pair of 2/2s. Using the anger here on the emblem will be really nice as well. Hooks up Lightning Greaves. Get a land. We'll play our land. Uptick for damage. Walking Ballista is actually pretty nice here. It's nice, but it may not be needed. I'm going to say no. We'll just let them take the 2. I have the 2 in the ruins as well. Let's pass the turn. We'll play an anger here. Planning to anger. Pure Steel Paladin again. I'm not going to cash in any of our ruins here. Might need more mana than typical. Go ahead and emblem. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 3 damage to each player. Using the extra mana. Core Firewalker, 5 upstairs. Pass the turn. I believe we've got it. I think the math checks out here. They'll be at 5. Anger's going to do... Okay, Anger's going to do 5, and they'll gain 1 from Core Firewalker here. But they should... I think the emblem goes after. How did they do it just there? I don't know. Does my opponent have an answer for this Ensnaring Bridge? The Colossal Hammer shows up here. Can attach this to something immediately if they would like to. Attaches it to the Core Firewalker. It's a 12/12. If they have any way to destroy this bridge right now, they win the game. Like a minute or 2. Goblin Engineer has played. Looks like this 2 damage, well, I say it might have mattered. See what they get with the Goblin Engineer. We're about to wipe the board here. There's a Pithing Needle. And 2 spells away from killing our opponent. Arid Mesa played. Prevents damage from ruins. That's fine. We're not planning to use those. To our turn. Hooks up the Lightning Greaves on the Goblin Engineer. All of this doesn't matter because I have the Anger of the Gods in hand. They're going to activate the Pithing Needle to get the Pithing Needle back. Okay. Pithing Needle names Scavenger Grounds, I presume. so that their Colossal Hammer stays in the yard here. I admire the fight here. Name Chandra Torch of Defiance. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go ahead and blow up everything, deal 5 upstairs, and we'll pass the turn. We just need them to now pass back to us, and we get a Simian Spirit Guide and win the game. There you go. It's looking pretty good. We even have the Simian Spirit Guide to get completely under the bridge, possibly. Colossal Hammer here, coming in, flashing in to save something. So that was in their hand. That's fine. They can't target the Goblin Engineer, so the Goblin Engineer will be dying here. They keep 2 things around. So they do have lethal if they find the wear and tear. They do have lethal if they have that wear and tear. Sacrifices Arid Mesa, which is very risky. Plays another Colossal Hammer. They're getting value off this Pure Steel Paladin. So they're giving themselves the best shot here, for sure. Drawing some extra cards, looking for that extra wear and tear that they probably have somewhere in their deck. I give it to them. This is the line. This is the line. Here we go. 3 cards plus the draw. And now not using that Ruins a few turns earlier has mattered. Did they get there? Tap land. Three mana. Luris gets to play Colossal Hammer. Out of the yard, draw 2. Sorry, draw 1. So they get 1 more draw at this. Goblin Cavalier. Okay. Lightning Greaves on the Cavalier. We're going to Simian Spirit Guide pitch here. I'm going to do that when they play. I've got to do it before combat here. Hooks up Luris. I should hook up this one. Now I don't need to stop combat here. And we go to our end step. We get to play Monkey. And hit him for 5. Should be game. Should be game. And there you have it. Winning the game, taking it 2-3 overall with Red Prison here in Modern. A very, very Prison variant here. Taking a look at the list, this is what we played. You can find the deck list down below. And as always, liking and subscribing for the channel helps support us. Generally speaking, in the Red Prison variant here, where we go high-end Chandra, Koth, and then just bunches of board wipes and ways to remove our creatures, it's decent, but it does lack that draw engine. What we could probably look to do is add maybe the Sarkhan Fireblood, Chandra Acolyte. We could remove the big Chandra here. We could play something else that's a bit more mid-range, maybe Seasoned Pyromancer to help dig. Different type of removal instead of Magma Jet, which is giving us the Scry. But overall, Blood Moon is still appearing to be very well suited in the meta, and even Chalice of the Void is really good against that Luris burn, or generally burn in general. I think the main changes I would do is consider trying a variant with Seasoned Pyromancer, and probably get rid of the top end Chandra, maybe switch out the bottom end Magma Jet, although the Scry was nice. I'm not sure it was worth it. You could probably drop one or two of the Slagstrom's Angers for more spot removal as well, and move them probably to the sideboard. Eidolons were good. No real reason to be playing Stormbreath Dragon over here. And then if you're already moving this to the sideboard or taking it out completely, that opens up a slot as well. Spellskite was good. Should have been clutch, and the league should have been a 3-2. However, due to the bug, which we'll be reporting, we ended up only going 2-3. That's going to do it, though. Appreciate you all watching. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, we will see you in the next matches. Take care, all.